Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Last year I did a special video on tools that you could really use when you first start out building your own cabin or building your own homestead. And one of the primary tools that really helped me out in the very beginning was this ATV. And this is just an older Polaris Sportsman. It's bare bone stock. I haven't done any modifications to it. And we picked it up off of an older couple who babied it. And so it still looks really nice, even though it's dirty from all the work that we've been using with it. But one of the subscribers, when he watched that video, when I talked about all the different important tools that you'll need when you start your cabin, he noticed one thing that I didn't have for the cabin that was actually pretty important, and that's what we're going to be talking a little bit about today. And then I think we're also, if weather cooperates, we're going to try to hit the lake and maybe do a little bit of fishing and see if we can come up with supper for tonight. But that's all dependent upon whether it rains today or not. It really looks like it could go either way, and the forecast is showing that we're supposed to get hit with another weekend of rain. So with that in mind, I thought, well, if it's going to rain, maybe this would be a good project to start out with at the cabin. And if it does rain, well, then we'll just head into the garage and we can finish the install. But yeah, stick with me and I'll show you what we're putting on the ATV. So this is what we have for the ATV, and I was told all sorts of great things about this, so I'm pretty excited to see how it works out. The reviews on it are pretty decent. I'm going to try to get a link for this, and I'll include it in the video description. But I have these lights on my duck boat, and it's amazing how much power these things kick off. Alright, so on most ATVs, this is a Polaris, these body panels just pop off. They've got these little clips that are right here. So I'm going to start out by taking that off. And I do have some holes that are in the top here for accessories. And I was looking at that, and I think that's probably going to be about perfect for mounting these brackets. I think I can screw the mounting nut in from the bottom there, and I think that will be just fine. Alright, I'm going to run in the garage, and I have a socket set up here. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that up. We're going to have a bumper crop of mosquitoes this year, and they aren't kidding. To be honest with you, I've never installed one of these setups before, and I wasn't sure where I was going to go with everything. But what's pretty cool is, being that we can take that body panel off, I think I'll be able to run all the wiring inside here and then go through the frame and then come right up at the battery, and it'll look pretty much like a professional install. That we won't have to worry about loose wires hanging around for brush to get caught on. I think that'll work out pretty slick. Okay, mounting brackets are on, and those are pretty darn snug. Those aren't going anywhere. And then here's the light that we have. That'll mount right here. And then they give us an accessory kit here. This cord has the operating switch on it for all the different functions. And then there's also a relay on here that I imagine would be for the electronic parts of it when we have a strobe light and all that other stuff. So here we are. So this here, I'm going to snake this wire through this body panel and back to the battery, and then we're good to go ahead and put the plastic accessories back together. So here's the light, and we have this one cord coming off of it. And I was going to put this cord, I was going to drill a hole through this front panel here to put the cord through, but I thought about it, and that would be stupid because that's how I access my fluids for the radiator and everything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll drill a hole right in here. That'll be the diameter for this cord to pass through, because this body panel is one of the few body panels that I'll probably never need to remove. So with that in mind, I turn the inverter on to the solar, so we've got power. And let's just make sure that we don't have anything underneath there that's valuable. I think I'm going to drill my hole right here. Boy, this drill bit couldn't be any longer. It's the only bit I had. I bought it special for another project, but I think it's going to work out perfect for plumbing this cord through. So let's take off the end of these wires. And we'll snake this wire assembly right through that hole. There we go. That'll be perfect. So far, I don't see this project taking all that long. Virtually everything you need comes right here in the kit. And what I'll do is I'll crimp these on here. And then once those are crimped on, then they will fit on through. This is the other end of the wiring harness. I already snaked it through the body. These will just plug in and you're all done. So you really don't need to be an electrician to do this project. So that part I'm thrilled about. So let's go ahead and I'll crimp these just to make sure that everything is on good and solid. We give her a little tug there. Okay. We are on. Just want to snug these a little extra tight just to make sure that nothing pulls apart. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a lighter and I'll heat up these bodies, and then they'll shrink and that'll make that all watertight. Alright, I'm just going to get a couple of these things out of the way. And here we go. Here's the two sets. This goes to the control buttons up there, and this goes to the light. So it's as simple as plug red into red. Alright. And then yellow goes into yellow. There we go, and you'll feel them snap together. And then lastly, black goes into black. There we go, and you can feel them all snap together. This here, I can zip tie back up in here, and we'll make that nice. I'm going to leave a little bit of slack on it for, you know, we obviously want to mount our light. Okay, we have the light snugged into place. They give you the Allen wrenches and everything that you need to tighten those screws in the back. So the light is on. I just kind of centered it in the rack here. And then what's kind of cool about the accessory kit too, they give you the zip ties and the fuses as well. So that's all on, and now I get to do the fun part, and that is try to snake this body panel back in behind there. It was a real chore getting it out, and I assume it'll be a real chore getting it back in. Alright, so we'll give you a little closer view. You can see the stock light is up here, and then we have on the new accessory light there. And then I kept everything nice and neat, drilled a hole through the body panel there. That wire goes through there and then comes out here, and then it will connect right to our battery. And then there is another line that comes off that has the controls. Here it is right here, and I will go ahead and I'll figure out a way to mount that up on the handlebar. We'll see which handlebar is the best place to mount it. So I'm not sure which one we're going to go with, but that's the least of my worries. Alright, and then the last part is all we have to do is go ahead and connect the positive and negative terminals onto the battery. Okay, on your batteries, you know, you don't have to crank real tight because you'll break that terminal. It's just screwing into lead. So that's all connected. Let's go ahead and put our body panels on and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so that's one more project done. You can see we got the light on the ATV, and the wiring is all concealed nice and short, so there's nothing for the brush to snag on. And we hid all the wiring underneath the body panels. The only wire that I have that comes out is this one here, but that's tucked in by my knees, and we don't have to worry about it. And then for all the different modes that this light has, it's all controlled by this switch here. There's an on and off. I turned it on right now, and then there's a mode button, and it's just that simple. Take you around to the front. You can see right now I have on amber, and then there's a blend between the white and the amber. We have a flashing, and hopefully the camera picks that up. I know sometimes cameras screw things up, but we have flashing white, and then we have flashing white and amber for if we're snow plowing. And then here's my regular floodlight, and then there's also a floodlight in the amber only. So I'm going to go ahead and do a video tonight and show you. I'll put a clip in right after this. I'll show you how effective this light is in low light circumstances. All right, I just wanted to give you an idea before it got too dark, how this works out and how these lights are. This is my regular running lights on the Polaris. Here's my high beam. And then here's the new light that we put in. Okay folks, and this is what it's going to look like at nighttime. Here's my running light. That's my high beam. And then that's my floodlight now. So you can see that's a huge difference. Holy smokes. That's a floodlight, high beam, and then that's the regular running lights. So yeah, that's a huge, huge difference. I'm pretty happy with the results. I can't wait to get out on the trail with this. But I wanted to just show you guys that. And like I said, I'll go ahead and I'll put a link to the manufacturing. And I'd like to thank the people for sending it over to me. They sent it quite some time. It's been a couple months ago. And we just didn't have the time to put it on the machine. And now I'm so grateful that I did, because this is a game changer. Now when we want to go out hunting at early hours in the morning, or else we're coming back late at night, it's really going to open up the trail for safety. And yeah, we'll be able to see a lot easier. And I think it's going to work really good too for when we're field dressing our animals. We wait until the very end of the day before we go ahead and we field dress them, and with a light that bright, that'll just help our safety out. All right guys, it's getting late. I'm going to go outside and relax by the fire, and I have to edit this video. Thank you so much for watching and for your continued support. All right, thanks again. We'll catch you next time on Carl's Off the Grid. I'm hitting the fire.